because we all want to take home as much money as possible and pay less in taxes. That's the goal for everyone out there. So you are making content on YouTube, Instagram, whatever social media platform you're on, and you are making income, you are making money. At this point, you need to start thinking about how can you save money with taxes. Believe it or not, that money you're making, you are gonna pay taxes on. They are gonna send you a 1099. Whoever's paying you is sending you a 1099 at the end of the year, and you're gonna pay taxes on that money. Guess what? There are deductions that you can take, and there are ways that you can save money. So let's dive into it. First thing, let's start about operations. How are you gonna track all of this? Because you're just in the business of making videos. You aren't in the business of accounting or taxes or bookkeeping or keeping track of any of that. First thing is you want to make sure that you set up a separate bank account. Let's get that separated out from our personal income, from maybe we have other businesses. We want our social media income separated because that is a separate business. You may or may not need an EIN or what's called a federal ID number. Check out our other video about how to set one up and why you need one. Go to your bank, get that separate bank account set up, put only your income from your social media income in there, and only pay expenses out for your social media business. So let's dive into a second. What is a deduction? What may a deduction look like for your social media business? So it's something that you need for your business, for your videos, whatever it is you're making videos on. You need this in order to do it. You're gonna have to have a camera, you got your SD cards, you got all your supplies, your cords surrounding making these videos. Maybe it's even your phone. Maybe at this point you're making your videos off your phone and you're making money and it's great and you're like, I don't even need all this extra stuff. That phone can be a deduction as well. Things that may or may not start getting a little gray area, whether it's a deduction, is when you're starting to buy props for your videos, or you may be buying certain clothing for your videos. So let's talk about this just for a second. An example I might give is if you're making videos for children. You've got kids and they're in your videos and you are gonna go buy them a battery operated truck or tractor to drive around, whatever it may be. If it's in your videos consistently, then sure, you're surrounding making videos about your kids and them playing on their tractor. That could be a deduction. But if you're gonna go out and you're like, hey, my kid needs a new battery operated toy today, I'll put it in one of my videos, so it can be a deduction, but your videos don't surround your kids playing with toys. That's really probably not a deduction and could get disqualified if you were audited, because you need to make sure that it is a necessary expense for your business. Another example might be if you're cooking food, you have a cooking channel and you have to buy food because that is what you're cooking in your video. If this is a business, you're making continuous and regular videos about cooking, then that food is a deduction for that video. Let's separate out all of our other groceries that we eat when we're not making videos. So make sure that you're paying for that separately out of your personal bank account. You're only buying things that are going into that video for whatever you're making that day. Another thing you want to think about is a lot of times we're seeing a lot of YouTubers and social media influencers out there that are doing makeup. If you're doing makeup, that makeup for that video is a business deduction. One thing I do want to say is back at the top of this video, we really specified this is for people making money. We want to make sure that you're not thinking that you're going to go buy makeup, make a video, and you haven't made a penny on that video. That is not a deduction. So let's really focus on we are in the business of and we are making money. Careful with your deductions. If you're not sure if something is a deduction, you need to make sure that you're getting advice from a professional tax preparer, a professional accountant, to make sure that you're running by any of these deductions that might be a little iffy on whether they are deductible or not. Let's go to a little more of the really high earners in the social media world. And when I say high earners, you're making $100,000 plus. In your business world, there's more to getting a deduction by just going out and buying some supplies for your videos. You can also make decisions on entity types. So that may be a complete foreign term to you. We have separate videos on what entities are and what they can do for you tax-wise. But I do want to mention real quick, once you get to that $100,000 mark, $100,000 in 1 year, in one tax year, so January to December, $100,000. So at that point, you have other options for saving taxes than just a deduction like supplies. So you might want to consider becoming an S corporation at this point. And so you probably have no idea what that term is. So an S corporation allows you to save money in self-employment taxes. So you have to pay yourself a qualified wage. You would become an employee of your company. You would pay yourself what's called a reasonable wage. You would want to discuss with your accountant what that reasonable wage may be, but anything that you make over and above that reasonable wage is not subject to self-employment taxes. Self-employment taxes are 15.3% of your net income. So it could be quite the tax savings at the end of the day. We do have other videos that go into more detail of what an S corporation is, so check those out. I would also suggest making sure that you find an accountant. You don't have to have an accountant to become an S corporation if you are able to fill out all the paperwork yourself, but I do highly suggest it. And they will give you advice, they'll walk you through what you need to do. And it's just smart to have someone that is more knowledgeable in the accounting and tax world than you may be. So I know that most people that are social media influencers, they're making YouTube videos, whatever it may be, your main focus is making the money. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're being smart and that you're saving the most in taxes that you possibly can so you have more take-home money. So I hope this helps, and make sure that you like our video and hit the bell up in the corner to subscribe, and have a great day. Making videos, you're posting them on YouTube, let me start over.